Alright, good afternoon everyone. Today is Monday, February 27th, 2012. Going to quickly go over the trades that we took in the live trading room this morning and the setups that we had. Let me start out with the results. We have plus 45 ticks on the YM. Okay, that was 5 contracts, so it was 9 ticks profit we took. I'll show you where we took it, but it ended up being plus 45 ticks. Alright, we didn't have an opportunity to take any ES trades this morning. When price was moving down this morning, from the open, it dropped down to the zone without pulling back, and then it went zone to zone this morning. Zone to zone to zone, and almost to the other zone this morning. Again, without pulling back. On the 4-tick range anyway. The only pullback was over here. We weren't going to take that trade because of that pivot. Alright. Now, let's move over here to the 10K. We didn't have an opportunity on the 10K. We had this bullish cross right here. It pulled back to the BBC at this spot right here, but that is right below resistance. So we didn't take this trade right here. Okay, we talked about these dojis this morning in the live trading room. We discussed the dojis and the relative importance of them. But we didn't have any trades over there either. Same thing on the 2100 tick. To take the trades on the 2100 tick or on the 10K, you would have had to have been trading pre-market, like at about 2:30 in the morning, right here. Okay. None of that came together today on the ES for us. We did have that one nice trade that we took here on the YM. Oh, I didn't even get to the YM yet. But same thing on the YM. If you're going to trade pre-market, the entry would have been over here, same time frame, right around 2:30. We had a bullish cross there, and it pulled back down to the BBC. We went long right here. Our window of opportunity was right there. We followed it right to the window of opportunity and took profit at the window of opportunity. All right, we got long at 9:04. We got out at 9:13. Obviously, price chopped around here. It went through it. Right after I got out, it went through it. It chopped around for a while, and then it ended up going, did it go a full 100? No, it went 92 points from my entry. But I was happy to get what I got and be out of the trade at this point. Right now, it's showing some pretty strong bearish divergence going back down toward this zone. We'll see what it's going to do here. I'm thinking price should move down from here. It should move down, and I'm thinking it should move down all the way back down to this zone that we hit earlier today down at 1353. All right. Now, while all that was going on over there, let me just go over the Russell stuff that happened today. Here, let me minimize this because I wasn't really using it for anything yet. Now, these were the trades on the Russell this morning from the open. Okay. The first one was right in here. We just had divergence with a close beneath the MA1. It dropped about 3 or 4 points. Price pulled back up, gave us divergence again with another close beneath the MA1. Dropped down to the zone. Then it turned around and it went in the opposite direction. This was one of those trades that we went over in the in the partners meeting last week, the hiccup or the buying pressure trade. You can see that one just took off. The entry on that would have been at the high of this bar right here at 814.2, 814.3. I think I tried to get into that one, but I was a little late. And it went from 814.3, obviously, all the way up here to the other zone. But it went 814.3. Let's just say 820.3 and call it a 6-point move. That's $600 a contract. From there, we had an opportunity on the short side right here. All right. Well, before I move to that, let me just show other possible entry points on that. Would have been right there once you had the divergence and a close up above the MA1. Again, over here, same thing. But the ideal entry would have been right there. Okay. Over here, we had some divergence. When I say divergence, I mean just on this indicator. All right. And CF Combo and CF Combo 2 are the same indicator. Alright. I I was just reading a text. Dwayne got even on. Um, sorry. And it dropped down here, okay, and it gave some profit, and then it did it again. We had more divergence right here. Now this was one of the hiccups that we talked about, or the selling pressure in this case. The entry was right there. It gave 6 or 7 ticks, and then it turned right around. I pointed that out when it was happening. No, they're not volume bars, Robert. It's something I'm thinking of somehow maybe building into the combo in the future. But I have to watch it for a while and see how it works out. I have some theories about it, but we'll talk about it more when it's more developed. Okay. Now right here we have bullish divergence, so you'd be looking for your close up above. Right here. Actually, this one you wouldn't be looking for the close up above. You would be looking for the up close, which was right here. Let me blow this up a little bit so you can see it a little better. That last one, based on what we went over in the, be right here. What we went over in the partners meeting last week. Remember with these on the opposite sides of the street, the up close would be right there. All right, you'd be looking to get long right in there. And that gave a little bit. And let's see, over here, you would have been looking, for a quick 6 to 8 ticks right there, getting short. This was a divergence trade right here that managed to move in the proper direction. Same thing over here, right there. The top of this bar, you would have been looking to get short. And right now, it's kind of a mixed bag, but I told you guys I was gonna try to work on something to be able to capture these moves like this. This one right here, I think I've gotten something, in the partners meetings. The last couple of them anyway. I've shown you guys different ways to look at things so that you can capture a good chunk of these moves. I think I have something else that I may be able to show to you at some point, but still working on it. All right. Let's see, that was the Russell. Now, I'll show you the 6E really quickly. Okay, I didn't take any trades on the 6E this morning. There were a couple of nice ones that formed. Let's go back to the open. All right. This was the first one right here. The white was to the left of the green. It didn't go anywhere. All right, so I'll just point that out. Now, it didn't go anywhere. It turned around. Now, when it turned around, that was the opportunity to get into it. Here was another opportunity in the same direction right there, and another opportunity in the same direction over there. It reversed over here. Now when I say this, I'm pointing these out, but what I'm looking at is when the white line down here is to the left of the green line and price is closing below the MA1, or when it's to the left of the green line and price is closing above the MA1. Okay, it's as simple as that. Right here, white line to the left of the green, price is closing below the MA1. Over here, white is to the left of the green right in there, and price was closing above the MA1. Over here, on the short side, and right now it's got nothing. But that was it on the 6E. Now the YM, I showed you the YM on the 500 contract. All right, I'm going to take this off of here. Just give me a second. I'm going to remove that, and I'll show it to you here on the. I'll show it to you here on the 4-tick range. All right. Now the thing that we're looking at on the YM, we just have no indicators at all up here. Okay. We're looking at the cycle. I'm not the cycle, but the combo down here. We're just looking at the combo. All right. There's two different ways to look at this. One of them is right here. So the up close, which was right there, would have been where you would look to enter on that, and that's based on what we went over in the partners meeting. Okay. Let's see. I already marked it, the up close right there. And right over here, this up close right here. Okay. Now on this up close, your risk would be down below the prior swing pivot, so right down there. Okay. over here the down close, which would be right there. Okay, and over here, it would have been looking for an up close, but by the time the up close came, we didn't have the opposite sides of the street going on there. Okay. No, you're not. In this particular case, you're not looking for the MA1 or anything like that, Robert. No, it works just fine, Jack. This is something I went over in the partners meeting. I don't want to confuse anybody. This is what we normally trade in a live trading room. But what I had shown in the partners meeting to simplify things for people was how just a way to trade it with no indicators at all on it, on price. A way to trade with no indicators at all on price, if you wanted to. Okay, that's what I was going over, and I wanted to follow up on that for the partners who were in that partners meeting. That's all I was showing there, Jack. Okay, the question was why don't I use the same indicators as the others as on the others? And yeah, it does work. It works fine on the YM. As a matter of fact, this is the trade that I took this morning on the YM using the same indicators. All right, the YM 500 contract. Okay, and that was the one that I took in the live trading room. That got me 45 ticks. Okay. Let's see. I think that wraps it up. That is pretty much it. All right. If there's no more questions, then I will stop the recording and we'll we'll head out to Vegas. You guys all set? All right.